Hi, I am Sujit Sengupta, Assistant Professor of Fine Art Department, Ranchi University. Today I am starting a channel for improvement of art and art knowledge and benefit of all the educational students by art. Before I say any particular things, I want to explain that the what is the necessary art theories, importance art theories in art. Actually, maximum students are thinking art theory needs for the clear examination. Exactly, fact is not that. Fact is the knowledge gathering of art is very necessary to making art. Because of it, actually, art has four section of theoretical knowledge. Number one, fundamental of art and method material of art. Number two, history of Indian art. Number three, Western history of art. And number four, aesthetic paper. Number one, method, material, and fundamental of art. I think I no need to discuss large about what is benefit of understanding the fundamental knowledge of art and method material of art, because without this nobody can justify or nobody can make properly any art. Confusion created in another three papers. Why we should know about the history of Indian art or history of Western art? Basically, all should know about the history of society. Society in the sense, in all education, we need to know about the previous things which already happened. Without knowledge of previous, we cannot create next generation art, or we cannot justify that if we are copying a particular art, then also it is going with right track or wrong. Today I am not elaborate about this matter. In future I will say about all of these. And what is the necessary of aesthetic paper? It is most important part of the art, the aesthetic paper. Maximum people ignore this paper, and maximum people become confused about this paper. In the sense of education system, when we are saying about the aesthetic paper, maximum person think about the aesthetic means philosophy of any others, means Plato, Aristotle, this that. But exactly we need to know about them, their philosophy, but basically need what is this paper saying. Actually, it is the grammatical part of art, any art. Without grammatical part, we never can achieve a particular position of art. I will elaborate it in next videos. Today, I want to explain about what is art. Firstly, not about art. Firstly, we should know or give attention about three things which is very necessary to get knowledge about any subject, not only art. What is that three points? Actually, what is education? Education means we are taking very critically. No need. Actually, with simplification, education means to know, to gather knowledge about particular subject. There is confusion about the subject also. Subject means particular that way. Okay, now I am going to say about what is the art. Because at the time of justification of art, maximum people are saying the expression our feelings called art. Then what is language? Exactly, expression our feelings called language. When human beings express their feelings through any media, that called language, not art. It is a great confusion in our mind. Then what is the art? Actually, art is also a language, not only a simple language. Art is the first and FIRST first and latest language. Don't think I am uh, giving personality as art is my department. Exactly not. It is historically proved, scientifically proved. I will go to elaborate about it also. As we know, the communication media called language, and art is also language, but all language are not art. When human beings use the language with aesthetic value, which I told, the aesthetic paper is very important part of art. Without knowledge of aesthetic paper, art cannot be possible, because without, as we know, the expression our feelings through any media which called language with the use or approach of aesthetic sense or value, that called art. So without aesthetic sense or aesthetic value, art is not possible. It is so simple. Now, before going to say about aesthetic and other things, we are explaining or we are discussing about the how we express or what is this formula. Exactly, all people feel, when all people feel anything, they get means the brain get a perception. Perception is not clear picture. When brain make a clear picture of that perception, at that time create conception in mind. After that, brain think about expression, and after expression it will be decided it is a language only or it is a art. Just a simple example, uh, letter writing, making normal writing is a language but not art. In language also have art. When we are writing with any language, means any language media, at that time we are maintaining the grammatical values of aesthetic paper. At that time perform poem. So poem is, writing poem is art. Before discussing about why art is the first and latest language, I want to say all viewers, it is not for advertisement purpose, for proper understanding the method of education. We need full concept of any education, then we can understand properly and we can go towards that educational way for making practical. All of you, all of you can, or all of you will subscribe it to know more, because in a video it is not possible to discuss this type of large, vast things. And share it also, and you can send your queries for further discussion through comments box, not for criticizing, because I am I am starting this channel for gathering or discussing, not gathering. I am not a big person. Through because discussion is the best media for gathering knowledge. It is a very important part. Means discussion is the important part of education system. Why we need this type queries? Because I started this means up to end, and education don't have ending. I spontaneously, one by one, sequence wise, discuss about art, and not only that, I will show the practical works, how to do the practical works also. Why I started through theoretical? You don't think theoretical. Just like if we are going to make any food, it will be easy to understand. Food at that time, without any knowledge, we are not going to making any food. Okay, if we are going to making any particular food first time, we are gathering knowledge from our parents or who is involved in this teaching system, and for better knowledge, we are going to take support books or other medias, and then we start. In this case also, I am clearing a matter. Only knowledge is gathering knowledge is not sufficient. First gathering knowledge, basic knowledge, and then go towards skills. Skill means practice. Maybe first time when we are making a food with a vast knowledge about it, then also we maybe we can success or not, but that never be 100%. Accidentally maybe possible 100%, but major not 100%. But after that, again when we are making that food and again means practices, at that time we achieve 100%. So in art field also or any education field also, first need to getting basic knowledge, and then start to achieve skill, means through practical practice. Through this way, if we will go, we can get success. Now I am going to say why I told art is the first. No, why art is a language. Basically, we know language is a expression media. When earlier man did not able to speak any languages, did not able to speak, okay, at that time they started to accent body, means body language. They started to use body languages to express their feelings each other. That called mime art. But mime art was not fully satisfied or 100% perfect media in a society. Why? If a parents or senior want to suggest, want to say about the problem, social problem, or to any junior or child, just an example, don't go towards ferocious animal, just like tiger, lion, etc. In that case, they was able to express only this type of animal. Means you don't go towards ferocious animal, they will harm you, eat you, like this. But why it was not successful media? For specification, specific identity, it was not perfect, because how I can show through body language particular tiger or lion, just like that. So it created a confusion in mind. After suffering this confusion of mind or language system, and after feel about it, this the earlier man started to draw on the cave wall with very simplification method and media. Method means technique, media means materials which they used. Why simplification? At that time was not lots of just like colors or materials, and at that time only the motto of them was use as language, which called art for language sake. After improvemental factors, they started art for society sake, and after that spontaneously it was grow up. And what happened, which means art for preserve sake, I will say about it in future. Now no need to know about it. Now we are going towards why art is the first, because it was the first language, and in this language, especially cave painting, have the approach of aesthetic values. Maybe simple aesthetic value, then also aesthetic value. So it was the first language of world. Why it called latest language? Not in that time only, now also. Through art, we can minimize the vast message. And minimization factors is very important in our society because time is very valuable, and viewers always trying to understand vast things with use of minimum time. Means minimization is the important part of language. Language means not language exactly, art. Number one point, why art called latest language? Because in our world have lots of languages, religion wise, area wise, region wise, state wise, country wise, and all the people never can achieve or did not do not able to know about all the languages. It is not possible. Exceptional case is different matter, but in general, I'm saying in general, but art is the only a language which all people can understand, easily understand. Literature or illiterature, child or old, means child to old, any area wise, regional, city wise, village wise, state wise, country wise, all people can easily understand this language. One simple example, when we are going very fast, means through any vehicle, at that time if we need the ATM of particular bank, in that case we are watching the symbol first, and no need to read the literature part. With symbol we can easily understand. It is a simple example. Further I will, if you will send any confusion or any suggestion matter, I will clear it. Today I need to finish what is art, so it is a simple example. So art is the first language, I said. Why? Art is the latest language. Why? I said. So latest language has another part also. When we are watching data, if it is very vast, our brain become puzzled after a time. But art give us pleasure. Means give pleasure sense in mind. So brain always be cool. This reason also say that art is the latest language. Now I'm going to say how types of art. Actually, exactly art means it called fine art. Yeah. It is also a great confusion about fine art. Maybe people thinks this faculty is this institution is writing fine art department like this. Always we are gathering knowledge more, and we are trying to modify it. Modification means no, not create new. Modification means clarification. Exactly, The UGC system clarify it. Before that, it was fine arts department, but that was not wrong. For as clarification, it became individual things. I'm going to say about it. Exactly, art means fine art. It has two parts: performing art and visual art. Because if in that time was a confusion, if a dancer say I am fine artist and a painter say I am fine artist, it create a confusion about the stream. So after justification, the department divided. Fine art, one type of mother of art, means mother. You think it is a mother and she has two child. Performing art and visual art. What is performing art? Through our body organs. When express our feelings through our body organs with aesthetic value, that create performing art. There no need any other media. Obviously, it also has exception. Exception is instrumental music. Instrumental music need other media also. Performing art has some departments: vocal music, instrumental music, dance, drama, theater, etc. Visual art. When we are expressing our feelings with aesthetic value, with our body organs, and on or through any media, there is very important. See, without any media, visual art is not possible. At that time, that art called visual art. Visual art also has some department. Number one, painting. In painting has also two types: Western style of painting, Indian style of painting. Number two, sculpture. Number three, graphic art. Number four, applied art, which known as commercial art also. Number five, pottery and ceramic. And number six, crafts. All the things has exceptional also. When I will elaborate about those departments, there will be exceptional things also. What is Western style of painting? Basically, today I will not elaborate it as simplification. In further, I will discuss point to point fully with vast way. When we are going to express our feeling with the use of dimensional motto, means volume importancy with scientific way, that is in art, that is Western art. And when we are representing art through form emphasis way, non-dimensional. But non-dimensional means it is the visualization non-dimensional, not about feelings. Non-dimensional way, in that case, it identify as Indian style of art. Now you cannot understand properly because volume shape this which I will going to say after understanding those parts. Say what is shape, what is form, lines, this that. Then you can understand this part. In next video, I will say about it. For making art, firstly, we need to know about specific some objectives. I'm going to say about all this. That is just like volume, shape, form, lines, this that. I will say sequentially about all these things. Okay.